a dispute with the vendor, as you've all been listening, having a house for the podcast for a couple weeks now. There's always something that you got to spend money on the house maintenance of it. And this time we had something we got a new thing, and they had an invoice that just said the number, and I'm like, okay. And then a part of it broke, and they're like, oh, that wasn't included. I'm like, well, the invoice just says, changing this system, but they didn't itemize what was it. There was like a box, there was like a this pipe, that pipe, this pipe, and I saw the importance of it. And we do this at our firm already, but I wanted to make sure you guys stuff like this too. So, if, for example, when we're doing adjustment of status, we specify each form we're doing. So it's I-130, I-138 for marriage, I-485, I-765, or I think we're doing it or not. We try to specify there. I don't always put it in there, but for that one. But if you have joint sponsors, say one or two I-64s, and maybe even specify if it's acid based or not. So if they come back later and say it's W-2 based. So if they say, oh, our W-2s don't work, we got to do assets, that creates a lot more work to try to figure out their assets for the affidavit support. But by having it in there, say, okay, we specify we're going to do this typical. This is outside that scope. It'll just make it better instead of going back and forth and being like guessing what was included, what wasn't. So these are kind of best practices for your contracts.